Now it's time for our next game, Spin Doctors. In this round, one member from each team will take on the persona of a public relations specialist as they defend a public figure for something they've done this week that was erroneous, fallacious, or just plain moronic. The right, you're up first. Who will you be spinning this week?
It's Jacob Rees-Mogg.
Yay.
Let's have a little reminder of this story.
There's certainly a place for working from home. It works in some instances. But I know that people are having difficulties getting government services, that getting driving licenses from DVLA, there's a delay with some passports. We need people whose jobs are dependent on being in the office, back in the office. That the rest of the country is getting back to normal, and I'm encouraging the civil service to do the same.
All right, spin away.
Yes, Jacob Rees-Mogg is encouraging people back to work, which, I mean, he manages to get into work, even though he's actually a ghost of a Victorian man who appears in a dream at Christmas time. I actually totally agree with him, and this is going against his best interest because he likes to stretch out and cover many seats at work. But yeah, civil servants, he's saying that they should lose their London waiting. They get extra money because they live in London and work in London, so they've got to come in, they've got to pay for the rail fares, but they're not. They're staying in their nice farmhouses out in Oxfordshire. And Nadine Dorries has criticised this as Dickensian, the concept that people should actually have to come into their place of work and do some work. I mean, it's hardly, I don't remember reading a Dickensian tract where some poor put-upon worker had to minimise Facebook when their boss came walking over. I mean, they've got a pretty cushy deal in the civil service. I think they should come in and stay at work, camp there, like you're working in the Amazon warehouse. And anybody who doesn't, never mind firing them, send them to fight in Ukraine to defend Western liberal democracy.
Let's see if that's convinced the left.
Well, I would say that they probably don't want to go to work, because if you went to work and you knew Jacob Rees-Mogg was going to be there, would you want to turn up to the office?
Forget wanting to work with him. Could you imagine living with him? He's leaving these passive-aggressive notes on the, run out of milk, like he's going to type it up on his little Commons paper, and I think you might have noticed we were about to run out of milk, or putting something on the dishwasher, like they work better if you rinse first.
I know. So one thing I don't like about him is all the kids. Oh, he's got so.
Talk about me again.
I know.
Well, what is his job? He's the minister for Brexit opportunities.
Yeah.
No wonder he's got a huge amount of time on his hands.
Splendid arguing. We should acknowledge Rees-Mogg's intellect, though, because at some point in the 1860s, he invented a time machine.